Round one's now a traditional fixture against Collingwood drew over 52,000 to the MCG, and they saw a mighty contest to kickstart the premiership season.
The spoil, then got the handball wide, bounce of the ball important, Anthony Rocker will get the goal. Second goal for the Pies, Anthony Rocker.
A thrilling contest ebbed and flowed all day long, with neither side gaining control at any stage. It was obvious that one of these teams was going to be unlucky to lose.
Himself up against the boundary line, went for Holland. He had to be very accurate with the kick, and he was. Holland off the left boot.
Pretty fair kick from Nicholas.
That's the way to get him.
Again, Joel Smith had been outstanding off half-back throughout the game, ably supported in defence by Jade Rawlings and Jonathan Hay. They needed to be solid against a Collingwood team, which hammered away at them relentlessly.
He's gone, holding the ball, and that should be 50. Handball really did put Lord under a fair bit of pressure. Now Crone tries to push off, he's gone. Holding the ball, surely, yes it is. 3 hit-outs and 1 goal, as Robbo mentioned. This one right from 50. Well, he's made the distance. No, what beautiful kick. Terrific kick from Josh Fraser, and it is a 1-point ball game at the MCG. I think relatively confident he can cover this distance okay. Although, I'm not sure. Yes, no. Oh, Wren drops the mark on the line. Was that in the back? No. Freeborn keeps it in. Didn't have anyone to give it to. I didn't think he did. Tried to get it out to Fraser. Malloy, it's still alive. Well done, Jared Malloy. Oh, brilliant stuff. Bulldoze through. Kick the goal.
But in the final frantic moments, this game was going to be won or lost by the finishing skills of a forward.
Maybe the sun was in his eyes as well. Graham will try and swing around. No, he didn't. Oh, Crawford, that's a good handball. Terrific vision. It has set up a golden opportunity, and Daniel Harford has put it through to cap off a much-needed goal.
50 metres from goal is Trent Crone.
He's just not going to be able to cover his pace if the kick is out in front.
Chick provides the lead. Again, reasonable stats for Daniel Chick, joint best and fairest winner at the Hawks last year. Kicks truly. It's a goal to Hawthorn.
Daniel Harford and Chick were magnificent in the midfield all day for the Hawks, while Glenn Bowyer and Luke McCabe had plenty of it also.
And the umpire has allowed that to be all clear. Bowyer back into the middle. Malloy's in trouble. Handball away. Jukovic, good little pass, knocked away from Burns. Good play, McCabe, then tackles Johnson. Well done, McCabe. Wren is there.
Hawthorn's 4-point win had them off and running for what was to prove to be a flying start to the season. Round 2 saw the Hawks journey back into familiar territory. Carlton was the foe at one time Hawk home, Princes Park, now known these days as Optus Open. It proved a tough ground and an almost unbreakable opponent for the Hawks in recent times. It found Carlton's recent grasp on them suffocating.
Feed the ball off. Quick snap, he's a goal kicker.
But all of that was about to change.
Oh, good work. Good play, Ritnell. Made it a contest. Loose ball. Allen. Check just bounced off Allen through the centre square. Low kick, measured the kick and finds Dixon.
The Blues kicked 4 of the first 5 goals of the game. It appeared to be coasting. But this Hawthorn team had a newfound resolve. It was about to prove just how tough it could be.
Coming off the bench, and he kicks the Hawks goal.
Thompson in the ruck. Now Koutafidis has had to go back to play on Nick Holland with Silvani off the field. Chance now, Crow bends it back. He's got it.
Hawks combining a little better now. Finishes here with Joel Smith. Smith's kick, that's his first, into the pocket. Mark taken by Barker. Well, he's going for goal here from right in front of the Social Club, about 48 metres. He'll kick from 50, and the angle tight, but he's done it beautifully. Goal to Barker, goal to the Hawks.
By quarter time, Hawthorn had to hit the front. John Barker had jumped up out of the ground and was destroying the Carlton defence, as Jonathan Hay and Daniel Chick began to exert a huge influence out of defence and through the midfield.
Luxor Fortune finds McCabe, stood his ground. Here's a chance, Hay, 45 metres out, rams it home.
By half-time, the Hawks had stopped the home team in its tracks to lead by 3.5 goals, a margin that extended to 8 goals after a stunning third quarter.
Yes, it is! and then kicks it quickly to within scoring range for the Blues. Oh, spectacular mark by Rawlings. Over the top, completely out of position. Harford through the middle of the ground. Hooks the kick in towards full forward. No mark. Spillage to Barker. Kick it quickly, Johnny, and get another one. Well done, Johnny Barker.
Stars for the Hawks were Hay and Chick in particular. But Tony Woods, Angelo Lekis, skipper Shane Crawford and Luke McCabe were all sensational contributors on a day where Peter Schwab got something out of everyone.
He'll run the 50, unloads, big ball, big goal!
The only downside was a hamstring injury sustained by Woods. It was a problem which would dog him for most of the season. It was back to Subiaco for a return bout with Fremantle in round 3. It was Fremantle, remember, who'd embarrassed the Hawks in the Ansett Cup. At quarter time, it was obvious that the Hawks were finding it hard to produce their best yet again. Both sides had kicked just the one goal in one of the poorer quarters of football for the season. The game seesawed from that point. The Hawks dominated the second quarter, only to be outplayed in the third.
We can get the ball to Grant Barker. He doesn't need the support of Clay and just stroll in and kick a goal. Oh, he showed it to him. Oh, he's going to cop it after that.
It's a free kick. There's a free kick.
I think Metropolis.
Daniel Metropolis has conceded another goal, and
2 for the price of 1 for John Barker. Bell sending the Dockers into attack, edging off Rawlings, couldn't get there to stop the Modric dive. He's just missed a couple down low today, hasn't he? Bell going back, working it outside. Fletcher trying to find a path for a good kick. Oh, Longley just hesitated for a moment that he played on, saw the opening and finds it. Good kick, good finish. All flat-footed. Hazelby's handball was great. McManus the sidestep, needs to finish it off. Does! Great kick!
And speaking of someone who can kick on goal very well, Tony Modra.
Well, needs to use all of that experience that we talked about earlier, and he has. 2 important goals in the third quarter for Modra.
Only 9 points separated the teams at the final break, and another upset looked a possibility. But in trying conditions, the Hawks steadied. They kicked the only 2 goals of the final quarter to run out relieved winners by 23 points.
Get him into the game.
Well, they need a spark. Why not put him on the ball?
Bootsma goes for Waterhouse. Oh, good reading of the play. The Hawks defence on the whole has stood up pretty well. They've got the numbers here on the wing as well. Good mark. Crawford, he really has led in the last quarter. Decisive leadership. Went for Crone. It wasn't a great kick. He turned it into one. Brilliant play by Crone. Crawford deserves to kick the match winner, and he strolls in and does it, and he is one very happy boy.
It wasn't pretty, but it was well earned in the end. John Barker led the scoring with 3 goals, while Shane Crawford and Daniel Harford shared 58 possessions and 14 marks to lead the midfield. 3 straight wins to open the season was a most satisfactory start.
No, it doesn't. Oh, big leap from Rawlings. Finishes the game in style. Good hard win for Hawthorn here at Subiaco. Considering the heat.
And the Hawks now sat equal on top of the ladder, along with Sydney, the only undefeated team in the competition. Hawthorn must have gone into its round 4 game against Melbourne, remembering its Ansett Cup demolition of the Demons. From the opening bounce, there was a sense of destiny about this match.
Third win out of 4 games. Leoncelli has that taken off the boot. Firstly, Piccioni started on the ground. He was named on the bench, kicked off the ground by Chick. And Piccioni again comes hard out of that centre square. He's all fired up. Great pickup. Dixon, magnificent stuff. The young man from Assumption College pops it down, and Barker's got it. He's got to run into the open goal and bangs it through.
There's a few boys getting a bit of the ball out there.
Piccioni. They just juggled it around a bit. Tony Woods pumps the ball long. Getting back was Ingerson. Chance for Lord. Dangerous player under these conditions. And he has kicked a goal.
Having bounced out to a 16-point lead at quarter time, the Hawks were forced to endure a spirited second-term fight back by the Demons.
Pumps the ball inside 50. It's within 30 metres of goal. Kicked off the ground by Uze. It's going to go through. He's kicked a goal. Leoncelli dropping short. Nietzsche's got it.
You can't position yourself on the goal line. You've got to get a good spread of players for the ball to drop short. So here he goes around the corner.
David Nietzsche.
Brilliant.
He has got it. He's rammed it home.
But from there on, it was one-way traffic.
There probably wasn't much need for that, but Swart's the recipient of it.
Hawthorn has intercepted this.
Good play.
Goes to ground, showed courage.
See, that's great play. He was the only one that was really making the play. Then he attacked the ball, he threw his body at it.
To centre-half forward. Nicholson. He's had the job on Barker, who kicked 2 goals in that first quarter. Crawford. This could bounce through. It's in the square. He's got it.
7 goals to 1 after half-time underlined Hawthorn's superiority. Its 39-point win was its 4th straight for the season, which now saw the Hawks remain the only undefeated team in the league.
Wheels around on this left boot to centre-half forward. Here comes Crode. He'll hit it hard. Good play by Ingerson. Got a fist to the ball. Brown, hands and knees. Pulled off the ball that time by Crawford. So he's okay. He's back on the ground. Dixon, great handball. Too much carry on it. Phoebe goes to ground. Leckers is going to give it across and Lord kicks a goal.
Aaron Lord was sensational against Melbourne, kicking 5.
Lord from 35 metres out.
Missed it.
He likes it.
Snuck it in.
He's hammered it home.
While the usual suspects, Chick, Harford and Crawford, were again among the team's best.
He'll clean up front edge of the centre square. Finds Rawlings. There's been no easy marks today. It's been tough conditions. Crawford feeds the ball off, gives it across to Chick, and Chick kicks a goal.
Nearly 35,000 fans piled into Colonial Stadium for the round 5 clash between sometimes fiery opponents Hawthorn and the Western Bulldogs.
Straight through the centre. He was looking for Bowyer. Pachoni stands and delivers, and that's a beautiful kick. And finds Crode, who's pretty good.
They saw one of the most pulsating games of the season.
Just about put this right to the line. Big kick by Crode. Right to the line. He's kicked it.
Flooding had been one of the buzzwords through the early stages of the year, but this emerged as a freewheeling shootout. By half-time, 24 goals had been kicked. The Hawks, led by 4, had produced some scintillating football in the first 2 quarters.
Unbelievable kick.
.com.au.
Well, 2 boundary throw-ins have dropped short, and Crode is bending it back. He has got it. He's kicked a goal. Completely restructured their forward line, the Bulldogs. Darcy got his hands to the ball. Chance for Wren.
There it is.
The Bulldogs cut the margin in half by 3/4 time, issuing the challenge to the league leaders. But the Hawks responded as good sides do, looting 7 goals to 2 in the final quarter to run out 29-point winners.
And his man Aaron Lord is going to make it on the end of this.
McCabe unselfishly gives the ball off to Rawlings, who should kick a goal from 35 metres out and closes with a goal. Chance for the Hawks. Pachoni to check. Quick kick. Quick kick. He's kicked a goal.
What a kick.
What a reply.
What a check.
One of the best games so far this season. Some wonderful goals, some wonderful running, some marking, some great tackling. Here's the Hawks setting up to Rawlings.
Aaron Lord was at his elusive best yet again, finishing the barnstorming match with 6 goals. But he was brilliantly supported in attack by John Barker with 5 and Trent Crode with 4. Jade Rawlings enjoyed his forays forward with 3 to cap off his day.
That was a great kick.
And that's after putting Cox out of the game up forward.
Rawlings was best for the Hawks. 22 possessions, 9 marks and 3 goals off the back line were testimony to his work rate. But every Hawk went along for this ride.
Finds Pachoni. Much improved player. Pachoni is an unsung hero.
Lance McConey had 24 touches. Matthew Dent, playing against his old team, had 18 possessions and took 9 marks. Brett Johnson was busy and creative in his ground time.
This time by Johnson, who's just come onto the field.
It was a remarkable performance by a team which was growing in stature. 5 from 5, and the Hawks were flying. Hawthorn's Tasmanian adventure kicked off as Adelaide took on the Hawks at York Park in front of more than 17,000 fans.
Holland had the chance, but Jarman again off half-back. We've seen the last few weeks.
Player down behind, play.
Yeah, done his shoulder there, boys.
The game got off to a terrible start for the Hawks. Literally 20 seconds into the match, champion centre-half forward Nick Holland would have his season put on hold when his shoulder gave way.
Under the jumper, and the momentum has just popped that shoulder, so that's a savage blow to Nick Holland. He'll be...
Far from dwell on Holland's misfortune, the Hawks lifted for their fallen comrade and began to systematically take apart the Crows.
Plenty of goal space open for the left footer. Dixon from 35 metres starts to bend it back. Hammers it home. Just slipping bit was Dixon. Here's a chance. Clark, a runner. Loose player in the pocket, sets it up. Crowd to Clark. They share the ball around. Barker should kick a goal. Bangs it through.
Glenn Bowyer in particular played inspired football. His 13-possession first quarter ignited his teammates, who rushed out to a 5-goal lead by half-time.
Crawford steadies, goes for home. Great kick and swinging back beautifully. And Crawford finds the middle for the Hawks' ball.
He's got that wonderful ability to limit players. Kicks the ball back towards the half-forward line on the stretch. That time was Dixon on the burst. Goal kicker runs to 50, closes to 45 and bangs it through. After the first 5 rounds, that's their best start to a season. If they win 6, that's never happened in the history of the club. Another big mark, and it's taken
The
by
Crows
Roy.
weren't to be totally denied and kept coming at the Hawks in the second half.
Forward, McCabe closing in on Rasudo. He was strong. He got a second knock too from Tallis.
And his teammate, Benke, was out in front, couldn't quite take it. Dragged back over the line. Here's a chance for Laddams to set it up. Short, and Jarman's got it. Well, only a few seconds left.
Oh, he's played on. The siren's going to sound, but Goodwin takes the mark just before the siren.
But such was the command established in the opening half, the gap was far too great for Adelaide to bridge. Best for the Hawks were Ben Dixon, John Barker, who kicked another 3 goals, Daniel Chick and Jade Rawlings, whose early season form in defence had been outstanding.
The ball well enough. You know, we didn't use the ball as well as we would have liked, and in the end, you know, we were probably disappointed with the way we played, but happy that we've won the game.
It was back to Colonial Stadium in round 7, where St Kilda, who'd been battling through the early part of the season, waited for its crack at these unbeaten Hawks. They threw everything they had at Hawthorn too.
Great chasing by young Milne. He's a live one.
With only seconds remaining in the quarter, low again was the target. Unable to take it. McFarlane is at the back. He's had a good quarter too. This hand pass could be interesting. Milne couldn't take it. Backhand. Barker on the body. Kicks away goal.
But yet again, Peter Schwab's men were 2 points down the stretch.
Over the top and taking a fine mark as Raiden Tallis. Wants to go on with the job and does down a left half forward. Dixon is there, chipping into the forward line once more, and the juggling mark taken by Crow. 42 metres out, good looking kick. Lovely kick for goal. Graham has the hand pass, and away they go through Hay to the outer side. Chick is running and he's going. Dent is right there with him. Daniel Chick is away. 2 bounces. He's got hectares. Could have had another bounce, but elects to go in towards half forward. The safe hands of John Barker. Barker for his second. This to wrestle the lead back for the Hawks, and he's done it.
Short to McCabe. Some run from half-back. Clark mowed down that time by Noel. Stewie Lowe has come all the way from centre-half forward. Couldn't intercept it, but the kick's a poor one. Half it. 45 metres out. Runs into the open goal. And hammers it home.
There's some desperation about this Hawthorn outfit now.
Again, the potent front half posed too many tough questions for the Saints' defence.
In front was Hodgson. Got a hand to it. At the back is Crow. Proppy hand pass back to Dixon. Oh! Where's he gone there? Straight to Milne. Milne gets caught. Gets rid of it. He wanted Hodgson, but intercepting was Crow. Gives it back towards Chick. Still outside 50. Now he's inside. 40 out. Tries to bend it back. Oh, yes! What a goal!
Ben Dixon and Trent Crode were dangerous throughout. But it was John Barker who stole the show yet again.
Barker and
The journeyman who'd found a home at Glenferrie booted 5 to spearhead a team which was on a roll.
45 metres and kicks the goal. That's going to make it tough.
He's going to do the shepherding. Good hard running check. They set it up. They've got the numbers.
He's got great on his own.
And Johnny Barker's in front. Johnny Barker going for goal number 5. They lead by 11 points. They now lead by 17.
Gee, this is some turnaround, isn't it?
Joel Smith was again outstanding out of defence, while Raiden Tallis and Daniel Chick led the midfield as this team stretched its winning streak to 7. The roll continued in round 8 as Hawthorn produced its most stunning result of the season to date, an 80-point drubbing of the West Coast Eagles.
Crow can go in and get the third. A booming kick by Crow, right into the crowd at the back of the goals. It's a goal.
Defends to the outer side. Oh, Crowe's picked it up though. He's 60 metres out. Barrels it in towards full forward. Thompson goes back into the pack. Couldn't take the mark cleanly. They've got numbers everywhere. This is Dixon round the body. Thank you very much, says Ben Dixon.
At times at the MCG, the Hawks played stunning football.
Turnbull's kick into the middle, and he was just set up, wasn't he, Richard Taylor?
He just did it too easily, Shane Crawford, turning 2 or 3 times here in the centre. I mean, it was just amazing. The Eagles boys just not putting enough pressure on.
Whether it be Chris Barlow or Angelo Lekas, Nathan Thompson or Ben Dixon, the Hawks had forward targets offering themselves to a midfield and rebounding defence, which effectively did as it liked throughout the afternoon.
Lekas goes for goal, and Lekas has popped it through for another Hawthorn goal.
That's an excellent kick. That is an excellent kick. As he goes up towards half forward, smashed down in front. Now, who's waiting there for the Eagles? Not too many. And in fact, it's Hawthorn through Dixon who may get a chance. He goes once, goes twice, gives it off to Lekas. Angelo goes for goal and kicks it.
Shane Crawford, Daniel Harford and the impressive young Brett Johnson had 94 possessions between them to bamboozle the West Coast on ballers.
Oh, look at this. He goes up to half forward. The Hawks have got the numbers. Crawford says to Jakovic, I'll take you on. In fact, it's Carroll. He beats him and he kicks the goal. Great play by Crawford and Hawthorn.
John Barker and Mark Graham took 21 marks between them to lead the aerialists on a day where just about everything went right.
We'll watch the flight of the ball. We'll watch it with a lot of interest, as will the goal umpire. It's the 15th goal.
Jonathan Hay was the only concern with a slight ankle. With Essendon awaiting, it was a problem the Hawks needed to remedy in the course of that week.
Isn't it, for the Hawks with Jonathan Hay, who made that wonderful dash in the first quarter.
Excellent, stay up, fantastic drive. Up, stay up, don't rush.
In what shaped as the biggest test of the season to date, Hawthorn ran into a revved-up Essendon in round 9.
And Sean Wren gets the first tap, but the Bombers get the first kick, and it's Jason Johnson, who was great last week. Already it's deep in attack, Lloyd. What a start for the Bombers! 2 kicks and a goal!
With the Hawks emerging as a genuine threat to their crown, this was a game the Bombers had prepared solidly for, and they came to a packed Colonial Stadium to play.
Oh, that's a dangerous handball. Barnard attacked it and kept on running. Can he keep it in?
In front of over 50,000 people, Essendon assumed control by quarter time and failed to relent.
For the captain. Oh, run down beautifully by Ramanauskas. Rioli has got a remarkable record for accuracy in his very short career, and it looks like it's going to continue. That is a fantastic kick. Making the kick slightly ineffective. Oh, wasn't ineffective at all. Lloyd, Lucas can unload. He centred it. Very disciplined. McVeigh waiting at the back.
Okay, but great strength in the marking from young McVeigh.
Well,
miss.
He likes it. Nope. It's a goal. Has had plenty of them. 15, in fact. Barnes. Moorcroft. Hurd. Didn't need him. Might now. Good kick from the great kick from Hurd. It's a good lead. So Matthew Lloyd has kicked 4. And we're not even at half-time yet. Now he's got 5.
Half-time, both Shane Crawford and Daniel Chick would be sidelined with ankle and hamstring injuries respectively, as their teammates were forced to rally against an 8-goal margin.
Makes a remarkable recovery. Tallis on 50, just hesitated, then kicks for Thompson. It was a good kick in the end. Thompson's kicked 7 goals, 12 going into this kick for the year. And that's a better one. Didn't look that great, but it's a goal.
Expect to be back on the ground in the last quarter.
Lord released Johnson. Once again, he used it very well.
He's a clever young man, Brett Johnson, kicking the goal from here.
Well, he's had a fair bit of it tonight. And he's done that one all right. So Nathan Thompson, one of the better Hawks tonight. 12 possessions, 8 marks, and now 3 goals, if that's through.
It was too tough for the undermanned Hawks.
Taking on 3 Bombers, and in the end he's going to get pinged.
Trouble.
Nathan Thompson, Brett Johnson and Glenn Bowyer tried hard, but the team struggled to make inroads against this mighty opponent.
Terry Danaher might have to pull the jumper back on the way they're going. Rioli around the corner. Lloyd, he'll get it.
And that is the difference. Just to highlight a couple of the problems that Hawthorn had.
What a night for Matthew Lloyd. Currently he's got 6 straight. Make that 7 straight.
At the end, Hawthorn dropped its first game for the season by 67 points. It was a reality check, hopefully delivered at just the right time. The emerging Port Adelaide crossed the border to take on Hawthorn after its thrashing at the hands of Essendon, and ran into a team suddenly with its confidence and playing stocks down.
Up again, played for the free kick. Umpire wasn't forthcoming. The ball clears out on this occasion. Cockatoo Collins has 2 bounces. Steadies up, takes him on magnificently. That was exciting, wasn't it? Centre wing, 3 bounces. Still he goes with 4.
Brilliant.
It could be the target. Thompson at the back's got the ride. Primus, he hit the pack pretty hard. Johnson with a clever handball. It was very good stuff to Thompson. Handball over the top. Kingsley was there, butted up, had to ride the tackle and did it pretty well. And the power away through Treadray. To the advantage of Lord, he's got pace. It won't sit for him. Hustled off the football by Paxman. Dealt with heavily. Chance again now over Crode. Look at the leg speed. Kick on goal. Bounce. Doesn't quite make it. It was touched, I reckon. Mead reckons it was. The umpire's not sure here. There it is. There's a goal to the Hawks. Burgoyne, his kick was too high. Big from Hay, a specky. Occasion was good to Barker, who really backed himself against Mead, took him on and kicked it quickly. Good football, and Thompson took the mark.
After a tight first half, the power turned it on, and the Hawks, struggling to reproduce the form which saw them win their first 8 games, struggled to curb the strong running game of Port.
Treadray got the better of the bounce with Hay on his left foot, keeps it in play, good kick, Dew running hard, still Dew running hard, still Dew running hard, still Dew running hard, and kicks a hard goal.
Here's Tallis, Pachoni it was, takes them on, runs with the football, finally squeezes the handball to Clark. He's got pace to burn. His kick wasn't bad either. And Lekas took them on. Handball to Hayes, should kick a goal, and he does. And the Hawk flags are up. And Hayes, big gasp of relief. Burrowed underneath his Cockatoo Collins, rode the bump, tunnel ball, good stuff. Treadray, now Stevens, runs off, left foot kick was deliberate, it's found him, it's found Burgoyne. Stevens is on fire. Burgoyne's played on, he's on fire too, and Port should win the game.
Too much this year, to be truthful. He's been terrific. McCabe wide, Treadray, Hay, Treadray slings him away, Stevens cleverly done to Dew, he likes it from here, 52 metres out. Goes, and goes.
Paxman's away. Loose options everywhere.
10 goals to 5 after the long break saw the Hawks drop their second consecutive game, this time by 43 points. It was a tough day across the board for the Hawks.
Wanganeen has kicked a goal.
Daniel Harford wheeled away through the middle. John Barker, who was reported for striking, kept presenting an attack. Jade Rawlings and Joel Smith stood up in defence. but it was another tough day for Peter Schwab's men. After 8 straight wins to open the season, the Hawks had now dropped 2 straight and needed to stop the bleeding as soon as they could. There was to be no let-up for the Hawks as they ran into a Geelong team playing its best football for the season in round 11.
Long bomb in towards full forward. Graham belts it down, but waiting is Ronnie Burns. Burns around the body, does what Ronnie does best. Made it a little tough there for Ben Dixon, but he's equal to the task. Dixon up towards the half-forward line. That's good. Hawthorn have settled pretty well. Nichols, second possession.
Had a good start, Billy.
Yeah, he has. At the moment, scores are level. And 4.5 minutes remaining in the quarter. Goes close. Beautiful kick. Beautiful kick from Thompson for a goal.
Play is on. Still inside his defensive 50. Rawlings. Trouble, run down. Interesting disposal.
Welcome back, Peter Riccardi. This is Scarlett. Wide to Murphy. Murphy can run on now and spear it into the middle, and he does. And Graham should go back and kick a goal. He's kicking from almost 60 metres. It's a lovely looking kick. It's a goal.
The game which saw very little between the two teams all day.
Effective spoiler. Waiting down is Clark and co. With him is Scholl. He dashes out of defence. He's gone a long way.
The Cats had their nose in front when the final siren sounded. It was Hawthorn's 3rd straight defeat.
Clark goes wide to Billy Nichols. Nichols goes for home and pegs back a goal. Well done, Billy, in game number 1.
This is Harley. Harley kicks towards centre half forward. Bizzle goes up. Couldn't complete the mark. Burns onto the crumb. The live wire. Magnificent snap. Ronnie Burns. His 3rd. And the Hawks muster one late goal here.
Again in defeat, Nathan Thompson showed great character to lead the Hawks with 4 goals and a best-of-field display. Brett O'Farrell played his best game for the senior team for the season, while Joel Smith and Daniel Harford held their own as the team slumped to a 3-game losing streak.
Thompson gets a call out the back. Clark goes wide to Billy Nichols.
It was all about. He was well and truly treated after.
To make matters worse, young running player Tim Clark injured his shoulder in what looked at the time to be a significant injury. This was the period of the season where everything was seemingly difficult. The round 12 clash against the Kangaroos proved to be just that.
I think higher, probably off the knee. Ooh, bit going on there.
Tight, ferocious, uncompromising footy was played.
His teammate Cole crashed too high.
Yep.
And the win the Hawks so desperately wanted was finally achieved. But it took 4 quarters of gruelling football.
It's going to hurt the Kangaroos if this continues. Good turn. Dixon went onto his wrong side, and that is a brilliant effort from Ben Dixon. What a start. He tricked them. He went the wrong way. On the wing, and it's Daniel Chick. Can he make it hurt on the rebound? Got a couple of options instead of half forward. Might go all the way himself. He just waits the kick perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. And Captain Crawford.
Rawlings on.
King maybe got himself into trouble there. He did. And Crow. Oh, he's got a loose man on. Daniel Chick thought about playing on.
They were left 1 man short on the ground. Great kick.
Great kick. 4 goals to 1.
Off the back of those 3 previous defeats, the Hawks came out smoking.
Work, but Chick it is that wins the tap. Barlow, good release. Harford. Spot on again with the pass into Nick Holland.
Early in the year to be dropped. I think it was about round 6.
McCabe wins the kick out of the middle. Dixon ducked the head, but did well to control it. O'Farrell, not a bad kick for John Barker.
Run in a straight line rather than having to spin around.
Certainly missed him against Geelong, and he's in his favourite pocket. Steers it through, no problems.
By quarter time, it was 7 goals to 2. And that badly needed victory appeared a formality.
He's got a loose man in the pocket, all on his own. And Lekis rams it through. It was close. It was a good play.
But the Kangaroos were not prepared to be a pushover.
Must be a free kick, surely. Had to be a free. Well, incredible. Unless he thought he didn't make contact. Shannon Grant, he's bombed it relatively blindly unless the ball gets legs. Grow legs and run! Oh, and it did. So a pretty crucial passage of play here midway through this third quarter. Roos with the momentum.
They reduced a 5-goal half-time deficit to 3 by the final change, and they kept coming in the final stanza. It was thrilling football.
But Colbert didn't need it. He's kicked the goal.
And allow Rawlings to run off. Wrapped him up. He's
Great
lifted.
mark from Archer.
He has lifted since quarter time, Glenn Archer, to be one of.
Gee, that could have been 50 on Crawford. He came in very late, crossed the mark. Rocker, or McKernan from the side. Rocker! Good spoil though. Tough for Crawford. Applies a great tackle. Johnson, you're gone. Well, the umpire didn't see it.
In the end, the Hawks hung on by 3 points. Huge last quarters by Daniel Harford, Jade Rawlings, Raiden Tallis and Angelo Lekis made sure that the 4 points were heading Hawthorn's way. Lekis was again in the goals, booting 3, along with Ben Dixon. They were the Hawks' leading scorers.
Time is still going. It's all over.
That 3-game streak now broken, the Hawks could hopefully begin to produce some consistent winning form. They would need to do so without veteran Tony Woods, whose hamstring yet again gave way.
Yeah, I mean, we had a fair idea of how much time. I think there was a boundary throw in down here in the half-forward line, about a minute to go. So we were just hoping that we could either win that or at least lock that in. And then it carried. And then, you know, I think Johnny Hay laid that great tackle where Kingy nearly looked as though he was through. Yeah, so relief in the end.
The 2001's toughest road trip was next in line for the Hawks. Brisbane at the Gabba was beginning to again emerge as a dark cloud on the team's horizon. It proved to be way too tough a hurdle for the Hawks to clear.
Last week, bangs to half forward, Crowd almost, white hands and knees. So it's been played between the two half-back lines at the moment, still not a score. Hawthorn claiming a mark, can't get one chance here, they trap it in. The lines, it comes out finally. Johnson's topo, Hart, second fumble really for him. He has to scramble it out the back. Dippotoldis was just a little bit slippery in a couple of patches. Crawford over Johnson, ball up.
After a tight opening term, in which Hawthorn did more than hold its own,
good hands.
The floodgates opened.
Crowd's kick looks good. That's a great goal.
Good tactics here at the Gabba.
Lekis like the kick off the boot. Thompson's got it. They were in the line, so Thompson from 45 metres. Kick looks good. Coming back, another goal.
So the Hawks have got the numbers back here. Brisbane have got a couple dropping out of the 50.
Voss rode the tackle on Smith well. Ackermanis back to Voss. Squeezy kick didn't go far. Crawford doing pretty well. Handball okay. Tallis little one up and play on. Chick belts it away. McDonald roving for a goal. A beauty. To McDonald. He's done well, McDonald. Keating still sitting it out. Lappin takes it from McDonald. Kicks to centre half forward. Bradshaw. What a mark. To Johnson. That's not a bad swap. Malloy for Michael. That's a win-win for Brisbane and Collingwood, isn't it? At the moment, they've both had good years. Scott goes bang to full forward and Lynchie's got one. Well, crucial kick here. This to give the Lions a huge break. He's topped it. His first.
The Lions slammed on 19 goals to 6 in the final 3 quarters to thrash the Hawks, who were on the receiving end of more than just the Lions' goal-kicking onslaught.
Goes for goal and puts it home.
Let them learn a little bit in the last 10 minutes.
So Brown to the goal square. Oh, Copeland! Is it Copeland?
Yep, it's 13 shots on goal.
Gee, that's a great mark in the front. That was Headland, I think.
Yeah, playing with purpose, Headland.
To Voss, 50 metres out. This would be icing on the cake. He's done it. The captain's drilled it home.
Lance Piccone was concussed and had his nose broken in one of the season's most sickening head clashes.
Looked like it was a hit to the head in that pack.
Yeah, he's a tough kid too.
Yeah, he's got a broken nose or something. He's bleeding profusely from the nose area. I don't know if you can see. Oh, yeah, there you are on the screen there.
While skipper Shane Crawford continued to be bothered by the ankle he hurt against Essendon. 87-point losers. The Hawks limped home with few positives to be taken from the Brisbane game. Jonathan Hay was solid, Raiden Tallis and Jade Rawlings were good yet again, and Brett O'Farrell tried hard, but it was a tough night for the visitors. This was more like it. Hawthorn running hard, working in numbers, hitting contests with menace.
Knights, pressure from Tallis was pretty good. Stuff by Graham, didn't take the footy with him. Knights, it was a terrific tackle from Tallis.
The result, a 58-point hammering of Richmond at the MCG in front of more than 52,000 fans.
That is dominating the game, so let's see if he can thread through a check side.
Yes, he can. It's a 4-point ball game at the G.
He'll know that that's coming and he'll be able to
With its
hold
heart and soul midfielders back in harness after the defeat at the hand of Brisbane, the Hawks again rediscovered something like its best form.
It's pretty rough and rugged out there at the moment. McCabe, he really spotted up Thompson well. You could see Clinton King was bearing down.
Chance here.
It's again pretty open. Plenty of Hawks going past Daniel Chick. Couldn't get the handball off. Maybe he doesn't need to. Can crank up a long shot. It is swinging back and it goes all the way. So the Hawks are back in front. Callaway, oh, was that a handball? It was. Johnson off the left, good delivery.
Great kick.
Dixon takes the mark.
I reckon Campbell's got to come up onto the ball as well. They're just lacking a bit of presence in the middle at the moment, the Tigers.
So Ben Dixon, important kick, it's swinging back nicely, and it just sneaks in. 3 points to margin now.
Daniel Chick pushed forward, kicking 3 goals. Ben Dixon and Nathan Thompson also kicked 3, as the Hawks booted 20 goals against the hapless Tigers.
I don't know if he really quite got hold of it. He did! He did get hold of it. What an answer from Thompson, inspirational. Get it, but Chick, maybe he can. Had to go back a long way to clear the path, but eventually he did that. Vandenberg, Cox, got through Adrian Cox and got plenty on it. Great effort, and it's got there.
But the key once again to a solid Hawthorn performance was the all-round contributions by many.
Leckers, Thompson with time and space. If he can pick it up and look up, he'll see a forward line with one more Richmond player than Hawthorn. But now he's got some leads. He might go all the way. Nathan Thompson draws McCabe. Luke McCabe. Yes, he's kicked it. Oh, they are flying, the Hawks.
13 of the 22 had more than 15 possessions against Richmond, underlining how shared the workload was.
And away he goes. Captain Crawford. One for the road from Shane Crawford. He's back.
It was surely a day to gladden the coach's heart.
Celebrate one more goal, perhaps the Hawks. Into the square. Chick just bustling his way through. Stolen by Harford, who's kicked the goal. He does the jig.
Yeah, and I put up on the board before the game that the question marks from the footy world, I suppose, is on our leadership and our credibility, and we probably each time we'd faced a real big challenge, we hadn't been able to meet it. So that was something we had to answer, and to do it in such an emphatic style. And also, losing key players, which stretched us, but really proud of the way they played today.
The mid-season roller coaster continued as Hawthorn took on Sydney at the MCG.
Forward line. They go inside 50. Watch out for Parker. Oh no, at the back it's Lord, and Lord makes it number 2 for the Hawks.
On the back of the resounding performance against Richmond, it was once again hoped that the corner to consistency had been turned, but that was unfortunately a false hope.
He's caught, he's got to get free kick. Caught from behind by who? None other than Paul Kelly.
After a tight opening quarter, the Swans seized the initiative. It was one they wouldn't release for the afternoon.
Bolton's a big flyer, and he takes a great mark.
Fosdyke, lively Fosdyke, and gets the ball in towards half forward. Hawks knocked the ball away. Gathered by O'Keefe, he'll nearly kick a goal. He's a beautiful left foot kick, and that is no exception. Well done to the young fella.
With the Swans shutting down regular midfield prime movers, Chick and Harford, the ball winning was left to too few, and the forwards were starved of opportunities.
Kick, I don't quite know what he intended to do with that. Hoods was tackled, Fosdyke. Dixon, desperate, broke through the pack that was just confronting him, and then Cox. Cox kicks the ball in towards scoring range for the Hawks. Chance now, Daniel Chick, a flying shot at goal by Chick. It's a goal to the Hawks, so a quick answer.
Where the previous week, 13 players had touched the ball 15 times or more, that number this week was down to 10. That sort of downturn can be critical, as it was in this 22-point defeat.
By Johnson's a goal. wasn't that well done? A very important victory here at the MCG today. Fosdyke tries to go out of the middle. Leckis tries to chop it off. Bolton was the meat in the sandwich. Sydney, they are doing all the running at the moment. And here they go once again, courtesy of McPherson. Don't tell me he's going to kick a goal. You know, there's a sensational handball here. You ought to see. He kicked a goal.
Chris Barlow, Brett Johnson and Billy Nichols all kicked 2 goals, were among the team's best on another tough day at the office for the Hawthorn coaching staff.
Can they capitalise here? Barker goes back to Nichols. Billy Nichols kicks to the goal square. There's a mark. It's a mark to Barlow. Everything has to work in favour of the Hawk. It will here because Barlow will kick a goal. Second goal to Chris Barlow. And the Hawks surge once again.
The hot and cold Hawks continue to bamboozle Scribes, try to get a line on them, with an emphatic form reversal in their round 16 clash against Collingwood.
Front edge of the centre square, just wobbles. A kick forward is a poor one. Great bounce for Davis. Quick snap. Quick snap. Oh, he's kicked a goal.
In front of another 50,000 plus crowd at the MCG, the Hawks this time started sluggishly, trailing by 20 points at the first change.
Loose ball, Josh Fraser kicks a goal. Important play, just 4 minutes left in this first quarter. Crowd.
Well done.
Kicks a goal.
He's 75-80 out, goes towards Davis.
It looked as though the poor form from the previous week's clash against Sydney was destined to be repeated here. But all that changed in the second quarter.
Tarrant's the target. He's got 3 to beat, and Thompson. He's been getting back. That's his second good mark.
You okay? Thanks, Ted. Here's Johnson. It's coming back. It's coming back. What a goal by the youngster! Brett Johnson.
Magnificent play by young Johnson, and the Hawks, they won't go away. They just trail by 12 points, and they keep on coming. Clement got a fist to the ball. Prestigiacomo back on the ground. Barlow has kicked a couple of goals, keeps it alive. A chance for Lord, a goal kicker. Sets it up. Dixon, 15 metres out.
6 goals to 3 in that term saw a 24-point turnaround in the second term. And now it was Hawthorn going into a break with all the momentum.
It's a throw. Just couldn't quite dispose of the ball in the correct manner.
There's Davis. Yeah, you're going to have to be quick. You're gone. Well, that's interesting because he was bumped when he should have been tackled then. Well, he's been a bit of a journeyman, hasn't he, with Fitzroy?
Yep.
But he's kicked the goal.
One of the better quarters of football for the season, the Hawks came out firing in the third term. A 9-goal quarter ended Collingwood's chances and had Hawk fans wondering where this form was last week.
Towards Buckley, couldn't take it cleanly. Hawthorn will repel. Bowyer is on the flank. He can go wider still to Barker. Johnny Barker will kick a goal. 2 bounces, 25 out. Barker shoots and Barker goals. Hawthorn a dream start. Loney runs into trouble. Not a good one for Collingwood. They've managed just the 1 goal. Been pretty much one-way traffic. Barlow, Crawford, Barlow, chipping again.
Well done.
The Hawks booted 21 goals for the day, completely overwhelming Collingwood after quarter time. Chris Barlow kicked 5 goals as he continued to shine through these inconsistent times. Ben Dixon also kicking 5. John Barker, back in town in front of goals, finished the day with 4 majors and 12 telling marks.
By putting it straight into the breadbasket of Johnny Barker. Barker is away to Vandenberg. Vandenberg 70 metres out, in towards half forward. Big pack of players. Where are the Hawthorn Rovers? The snap looks fantastic. What a goal!
Just to continue the 15 possession theory, 12 players this week broke that barrier, underlining a lift in the sharing of responsibilities.
Out, pumps it back. Look out, here's Chick. Chick's going to run in and kick a goal. 9 for the quarter.
Best for the Hawks were Barker, Barlow, Daniel Chick and Shane Crawford. But this was another very pleasing team effort.
So's Dixon. Bangs it through for goal number 4.
cannot believe that young fella lost the plot there.
Chick plays on. Seconds only remaining. They've got to take a mark. Yeah! Dixon has taken a mark with 5 seconds remaining.
Who will ever forget Ben Dixon's after the siren kick for goal to send Carlton packing after the dramatic round 17 clash at the MCG?
Dixon with 8 or 9 Carlton players all around him on the mark. They look doing a war dance. This is crazy, he says. He shoots for goal. He kicks the goal and Hawthorn wins the game.
Certainly none of the 52,000 who journeyed along that day. It was as telling a single moment as there was in 2001. The boys' own annual finish after a fight back which had seen the Hawks get off the canvas, having trailed by 20 points at three-quarter time. It's easy to forget what came before Dixon's kick, so dramatic a conclusion it was. But through the uncompromising running of Joel Smith and the continual presenting of John Barker, the ceaseless creativity of Stephen Green.
Too far out to score, but drifting down on the 50 was Green. He plays on. He's 46 metres from home. The youngster goes for goal, and he keeps Hawthorn in the game. A beauty.
And the never-say-die tackling of Daniel Chick. The Hawks were able to put Dixon under the spotlight.
Cannot believe that young fella lost the plot there.
Chick plays on. Seconds only remaining. They've got to take a mark. Yeah! Dixon has taken a mark with 5 seconds remaining.
The day was remarkable for another reason also. This was the week which saw coach Peter Schwab enter hospital for a heartbeat irregularity. His place in the coaching box was filled by Chris Connolly. It was surely a day he will never forget.
He's got so much faith in you guys, and you didn't let him down in any way, shape or form. That's the way big games go. They arm wrestle all the way through. But thanks to everyone, on behalf of everyone, it's a real team effort. The staff and players, you're fantastic. All I can say is that has set the scene. You've got to follow through. Go, boy! And can I ask you to do the warm down the right way, everything the right way, and the winning eight will take care of itself. We're all very proud of you players, right?
Amazing stuff since round 21 last year. And there it is! A moment to savour for Ben Allen.
Was it the unbelievable high from the previous week, with all its residual effects, which saw Hawthorn plunge to its lowest low the following week? Who can answer that? But when the Hawks followed that thrilling win over Carlton with a loss to the previously winless Dockers, all the round 17 heroics were momentarily forgotten.
Dived on it, got it out though, importantly. Oh, they made a mess of it, the Hawks. Hay should have got a free for in the back, or certainly could have. No free kick. Coops came through, tried to invent a goal.
Well done.
Man, what a terrific invention that was. Just sets it up. Oh, good mark by McPhee. And he's got the same result. He's kicked a goal, and gee.
Pumps the ball inside 50. Fuster pushing and shoving. Second grab, got it.
Good mark.
Looking for Pavlich again. The kick was a poor one. Too much carrying the ball. Look at that for strength. Pavlich is going to set it up, and Fuster runs in and bangs it through.
Someone needs to grab onto the ball and handle it surely. Oh, crunch on Crawford.
This is a game we will struggle to believe Hawthorn lost, for all seemed perfect as the favourites bounced out of the blocks.
Trying to find a spot in this Hawthorn side. Crawford on the burst. Rockets a ball to Lord. 25 metres out. He's a goal kicker. Bangs the ball back. Finds Barker. He's already kicked 2 goals. Johnny Barker. And this is where they'll set it up. Dixon wants a kind bounce. Barker runs hard. Runs to 50 and kicks a goal.
The Hawks led 7 goals to 2 at the first change. But the further this game wore on, the darker the nightmare became.
Brendan Fuster unloads. Longmuir. Coops couldn't take it. Longmuir. Coops can kick a goal.
Oh, he has.
They're within 4 points.
Injuries to Shane Crawford, Jade Rawlings, Daniel Chick and Tim Clark hit the Hawk reserves heavily. By the three-quarter time siren, the Hawks were leading by 13 points, and we were all wondering whether the Hawks could hold on.
Can use the ball. He's got good hands, good foot skills in front. Longmuir.
Too easy.
Needs a bounce. Can run into an open goal. Longmuir can kick a goal. Longmuir banks it through.
It turned out they couldn't.
He can get it moving. Pavlich, one more goal will do it for the Dockers. He just bombs it in long, up to full forward. Longmuir! What a star! Longmuir is a
If it's a day the Hawks would love to forget, but one which would linger for some time to come. If ever complacency would rear its head again, all that needed to be said would be Freo. As history would go on to show, the Hawks would once more in 2001's home and away season drop a game they should have won against another cellar dweller.
Oh, it's disappointing for us to lose, full stop, because of where we're at. I mean, top four side, playing a side that hasn't won a game and we can't beat them is not good form regardless of the circumstances. So it's effectively obliterated what happened last week for us.
As though stung from the previous week's embarrassing slip-up, the Hawks came out against Melbourne in a seriously bad mood. There would be no relenting this week.
Neither can Brown, and the tackler there was Wren. Gee, they are ferocious, aren't they? They're going in and tumbling and bumbling, and the football's in there. Mark Graham.
Tallis on the move. Shepparton should see him clear now. He can bounce his way almost to the half-forward line. He's over centre wing. He's had a couple. Runs his full distance. Kicks towards the 50. Out they come, and it's Dixon who takes the mark. Plays on. Gets away from Leoncelli. 49 metres out. Goes for goal and kicks a beauty.
15 goals to 5 underlined the potency of Hawthorn's beginning. And a 9-goal-to-5 second half underlined just what this team was capable of when its head was in the right place.
Lovely kick. Crowd again.
They're in the zone, the Hawks, and unfortunately it's a zone that no one from the Demons is in.
Crowd for number 5. Thank you very much.
Well, they are. I mean, the blokes out there doing their best, don't they?
You can't blame them, Robbo. It's Saturday night. Allowed to have one? My hat. In towards Leckers.
Somebody's been struck dumb.
His lips are sealed. Oh, what's he done, Angelo? Thank you very much. Crawford forward of the centre. Gets clear now. Chipping short, the lead is on. The pass is a good one. And Chris Barlow. 2 straight 7-goal blasts by the Hawks in the first and second quarters.
Trent Crowd produced a powerful performance in attack, kicking 5 goals.
This is 2 in 60 seconds. How was this, says Trent?
He was ably supported by Chris Barlow, who chipped in with another 4 goals.
Just saw Barlow at the last minute. And Barlow kicks his 4th. That percentage booster is looking okay.
While Ben Dixon with 4 and John Barker with 3 were solid contributors too in attack. Shane Crawford and Angelo Leckers led the ball winners with 28 possessions each, while Stephen Green continued to impress.
Schwartz had him, lost him. Vandenberg running, a little too high for him. Vandenberg goes again, straightens up and gives it to Crode. Crode pops just inside 50 to Machoni. He had Leckers, finally gives it to him. Leckers onto the left foot, clever. Green will go back and kick Hawthorn's 21st goal. He's kicked 1. That was in the second quarter. He's kicked only 2 goals for the year. And now he's kicked 3.
Knowing that their season was on the line, the Western Bulldogs were always going to be tough to handle, and they proved just that in round 20's encounter.
Some stoush. Shades of round 2 here with Richmond versus the Bulldogs.
Brilliant kicking for goal kept the Hawks in the hunt until half-time, but the Bulldogs began to seize the initiative after the long break.
Now they've got a loose man on again. Hunter, and Johnson will be next on. Can he get it to him? Surely he can. He doesn't. He goes for home. I guess law of averages, and he's put it through for a goal. Eagleton's hands were quick. Darcy marching down the ground. Had to get onto his left side.
The Hawks conceded 10 goals while booting only 4 in the second half to drop this game by 46 points and continue what had become the most inconsistent run to the finals of any side in the top 8.
Here's a great kick, and a great goal!
And the Hawks are a chance.
15 more scoring shots, and that is the margin. Darcy, Johnson. Can he get boot to ball?
Yes, he can.
Brett Johnson has seized the moment.
Brilliant one week, down the next. The Hawks couldn't seem to tap into their best form for more than a week at a time. Aaron Lord kicked 4 opportunistic goals, while John Barker kicked another 3. Jade Rawlings, Aaron Lord and Chris Barlow were among the team's best, while youngsters Chris Hobst and Nathan Loney both showed encouraging signs against the flow.
Kick doesn't get anywhere near Barlow. Gets to Leck. It's good handball at the end to Loney. He's got Rock on. Should have gone to Rock. Instead went to Crawford. Put him under the pump. Danced his way through. Handball over the top. Got to kick a goal here, Ryan Loney. Nathan Loney, rather. And he has.
Other than the loss, the biggest story to emerge from the game was skipper Shane Crawford's report for striking Tony Liberatore. It was to prove very costly for the brilliant Hawk.
Gee, I tell you, it's dangerous there, Shane Crawford, boys.
Umpire talking to him. I don't think reporting him.
He's just lost his cool a little bit at the moment, Shane Crawford.
Curley's gone down as well.
Adelaide was in the middle of a serious run toward the finals, and the Hawks travelled to Football Park in round 21, and they proved too strong at home.
Just a very ordinary day. A little bit of sun shining now, but strong breeze blowing at the back of the Crows. The goal has been kicked by Mark Stevens, first score. Andrew Coates with the football. Not a great deal of height in the bounce. Goodwin did well. Ball goes forward. Rashudo, McLeod. Oh, he shrugged the tackle. McLeod goes for goal and pops it through. Second goal to Adelaide. McCabe is his man. Gathered there by Barker. He's well tackled by Hewitt. Gang tackled because Ben Hart was in there as well. Well, if the rain comes, you would think 10 or 11 goals might be...
A scoreless first quarter resulted as the Hawks decided to kick into the breeze, having won the toss, while the Crows bid at 5 with it.
McLeod, he's carried, he's kicked another one. A tackle to the centre player. Does fairly well. They've got 2 on 1, but the one for Adelaide is Burton. The Birdman.
And in itself wasn't a bad result for Hawthorn, but when it failed to make any real inroads in the second quarter, the second half promised to be tough.
They need a little bit of good fortune. It may come here. Barker straightens up. Left foot flying shot at goal by Barker, and the Hawks have got their first on the scoreboard 12 minutes in.
Yeah, but I think in the
another go,
struggle, yeah.
And Biglands gets past him. He'd love this, Rhett Biglands. The kick to the goal front. Johnson gets his kick away, and is that an important kick or what? Burton just allowed Stevens. Good front-on tackle by Barlow. Can he be penalised? Because he did have a slight chance to move the ball on. Chance here for Stephen Green. Gets his kick away, into the pocket, it'll bounce, and it'll be brilliantly gathered by Crode. It'll be kicked for goal by Barlow. He's run down, still the Hawks.
That's just how it was.
Might be kicked by Aaron Lord, it is. Hawks get their second. A kick forward, taken there by Stevens, over his left shoulder, and Mark Stevens has broken.
Adelaide ran out 6-goal winners, while the Hawks had little to take back to Melbourne from the trip.
Perry towards Johnson. Still a chance. Johnson got back up, gathered the ball and kicked a goal. Well done, Kane Johnson.
Sean Wren had been good against his old club, and the backline worked manfully against a tricolour tide for most of the day. But it was another bleak afternoon for Hawthorn. A place in the finals was secure, but this wasn't the sort of form Peter Schwab would have been hoping to take into September. If the form from the previous week was contrary to what the coaches were looking for, then the results from the final home and away game of the season was a potential disaster.
Forward, Barker punched away by Hudson.
Oh, good tackle.
Good work.
Yeah, don't pay that. That's a good decision from the umpire. Yeah,
having outplayed a St Kilda team rolling the dice for the last time in 2001, the Hawks seemed to have the game parcelled up when time on approached in the final turn. The Hawks, leading by 4 goals, looked home for all money.
Pumps it high to Hawthorn. Oh, come here, John Barker!
They've missed a few easy ones, Hawks. I need to nail this.
40 metres out. Desperate for a steadying goal. He has kicked it. Johnny Barker's kicked his third.
Vandenberg, the Hawks, got their confidence back. Tellis has kicked that man again. John Barker having a field day.
Oh, look at
Goes
this.
short. Good kick. Barlow, who's a goal kicker.
There haven't been enough of them for Hawthorn's liking.
What if Hamill can't go back, Jared, and just try and fill one of those holes down there? Barlow. Oh, beautiful kick. Raises the arms in trouble.
But as Hawthorn had done to Carlton 5 weeks earlier, the Saints refused to lie down and kept on coming.
Hall is, well, he's going to be kicking from just inside 50. They certainly are. Time is not an enemy as yet. There's 5.5 minutes remaining, but they need this goal. They're hanging on. They are hanging on because he's got it.
Kick to half forward was a good one. Mark to Callaghan, who we haven't seen much of tonight. He's too far out. Goes short to Voss, who should take it. And does on the slide. Good mark, tough angle. Might be a bit of an experience going right back to the boundary. A tough kick this. One the Saints needed there to finish with a win. Moyles kick on goal. Looks like it's missed to the near side. No, it's a goal. Here come the Saints.
Barlow kicks a high ball towards full forward. Hawthorn needs a mark. Garrick defies the odds, but he pokes it straight down the throat of Dixon. Dixon to full forward. It bounces, tapped on the line. The Baker boy. This is like a final. Tension. A desperate lunge by Baker, and he gets it. What a great angle.
And the ball landed in Barry Hall's mitts, and the final siren sounded. The comparisons with Ben Dixon were obvious.
He looks towards the 50. He wants Big Bad bustling to take a mark, and he does.
Go back and kick a goal, Baz. He'll kick this.
You talk about careers. Here goes Bazza.
Free kick to Milne. Free kick to Milne. The umpire's call fallen for.
The free kick in the square to Stephen Milne, who's now destined to cover himself in glory. He's been at 2
for a long time.
Klaus DiBiase didn't dive like that, and he's kicked the goal, and they're still alive.
30 seconds left on the clock, Sandy Roberts.
Oh dear, what a finish. Well, we thought we were in for a pretty cold, old, boring Saturday night as he goes again.
He's got it.
Barry Hall. Stevie Milne has pumped the pass to Hall, and Hall will have probably the last kick of the night, and it's the kick that can win the game for St Kilda.
Hawthorn won a game after the siren. Now they could lose one after the siren.
Steve Alessio, Ben Dixon. Will it be Barry Hall who make the trifecta?
There's the siren. They've won just one game in the last 15.
As the St Kilda players went into raptures, the Hawks had some serious soul-searching to do. They shouldn't have lost this game, knowing what had happened to them against Fremantle. They should have locked these points away and gone into the finals on a positive note. Instead, they had the football world doubting them and a lot to prove. It would be a mighty interesting study to see exactly what the real Hawthorn was made of.
Coming out onto the ground, we can see Nick Holland, Shane Crawford leading them out. Nick Holland would have a few extra butterflies. I'm sure he'd want to get through the game. Have the shoulders strapped up there. And a big roar for the Hawks as they come out onto Colonial Stadium. Jay Rawlings.
Hawthorn must have ventured into the final series, wondering just what lay in store. After all, its form leading in had been such a mixed bag, no one could have known which side of this team's personality was going to reveal itself against Sydney.
Kelly kicks it out wide for Goods, who's pushing up the ground. He can loop it over the top. O'Keefe coming into the side and onto the ground. The lead comes, but he goes longer. Doubling back with it is Kirk. It's almost on line. It's gone through.
At a quarter time, the doubts must have been verging on fears. As the Hawks slipped to a 3-goal deficit, it wasn't looking good.
Creswell, Swass on his wrong side, just kicked blindly around the corner, but as blind as it was deadly accurate. Well, they've made a pretty good start, the Swans, obviously, with the first goal. This for the second. It's pretty good. It's wobbling. It is just in.
The goal.
But there is a saying about the coming of the hour. As these players looked at Peter Schwab at the first break, they must have realised it was now or never. The response was emphatic.
Harford, who's made a pretty good recovery. Creswell, ball all under pressure, had nowhere to go with the outlet. Was that a throw? Oh, was that high? That was high. Barlow takes it, so the Swans made a meal of that one. Barlow's kick, sort of in betwixt and in between. Well done by Rawlings. Provided Green with the opportunity, and he has taken it well. First goal of the second quarter of the Hawks.
Early in the first quarter, Crawford hooks the kick to the danger zone. And is that a mark? Should that be paid Rawlings? It is.
Hay versus O'Loughlin. No free kick that time. Well done, Jonathan Hay. And he prevails, or does he? He doesn't really in the end. O'Loughlin prancing through half forward. Kicked it wide for Kelly. Joel Smith. The Hawks have lifted. Great judgment by Smith. Stephen Green. A chance from outside for Barlow. Good kick. Or Chick didn't try and take it on the full. Steadies. Lines up and gets it.
The Hawks were back in the game by the long break. You had a sense that they had played the nerves out of their system and were ready for a big second half. And that's just how it panned out.
Affected quite a few kicks with good penetration on that occasion. Oh, well done by Chick. He was definite, wasn't he, in his tackle on Goods.
So Tony Woods has to be so sure of his kick, sets it up in the end. Chick waits down, Rawlings on Thompson from the side. Well, the Swans went out of the blocks. They're away to a 3-goal lead early, and now scores a level after Thompson kicks it through.
Driven by the irrepressible Daniel Chick and the redoubtable skipper Shane Crawford, the Hawks found their best footy in the second half.
Shane Crawford strolling in the goal. What a lift this would be for the Hawks. Oh, it's close. It's a goal.
It's very stagnant for Sydney so far in this term. Stafford got first hand to it. Green, what's he done? What has he done? What has he done from there?
John Barker was towering in attack. Joel Smith was awesome out of defence. While youngsters Nathan Loney and Stephen Green stood up to the intense pressure of finals brilliantly.
He can nail him into next week. He's done it! Nathan Loney!
In the end, the Hawks ran away from a deflated Sydney to win by 55 points. It was off to the semis with confidence back intact. If the single most memorable moment in season 2001 was Ben Dixon's post-siren winner against the Blues, then the match the Hawthorn fans are likely to recall with the greatest fondness could possibly be the semi-final win over Port Adelaide at Football Park.
Woods to Dixon. Dixon goes to centre half forward. Good kick to Thompson. Dropped it. Should have taken it. Schofield. Good tackle by Tallis. Schofield should have done more. Harford. Chick. Goal. Hawks in front.
Rank underdogs going in, Hawthorn wasn't expected to sustain whatever pressure it could apply to the power. Most knew they would be game, but very few gave Peter Schwab's boys a real chance of victory.
Barlow can play on straight away. Surely a goal coming up. Crawford will finish it off, and Hawthorn come back.
But character runs deep in footy teams, and this club knows that at its best it can take it to anyone. Seemingly down in the opening term, Hawthorn dug deep.
Montgomery, Barlow, has he got it? He likes it. Hawthorn lead by a goal.
Chick.
By half-time, the power knew they had a serious contest on their hands.
Hayes' tackle was terrific. Tedray might get a go. To me, give away a free kick. Hawthorn's numbers are impressive. The ball comes out. Cockatoo Collins, back turn, runs out of ideas nearly. It's about 20 metres from goal. Terrific tackle. Tallis on James. What football that was.
Recharged at the long break, the home side came out hard in the third term.
Burgoyne's the tackler. Now a chance. The speedster will take off. Tedray can apply the shepherd. Burgoyne can go all the way to the goal square, and he has goal. On the burst, Port Adelaide.
Dixon back on, but it looks like the journey's been left out of the bottle.
Treadray just forced under the footy. It allows Hawthorn to clear with numbers, or have they? Vandenberg's kick won't find the mark. Cockatoo Collins is in. If he can pick it up, he will bob. Come around onto the right boot. He kicks it, goal. It'll bring the house down, and he has.
They'd stretched their lead to 17 points by the last change. They must have thought they'd done enough as the players gathered for their three-quarter time huddle.
You excited? Nervous?
Yeah, no, we're really confident our players can do the job from here.
And also I noticed that Mark Williams took his players right over to the crowd to get them involved.
Yeah, so the crowd always helps, and there's probably a good move by Mark there.
Good luck to you, Jeff. Back to you.
But Hawthorn's heart is big. At no stage did it throw in the towel.
This is their last chance. He looks for Cockatoo Collins, and the mark has been taken by Graham.
First, Mark Graham stepped up.
Big mark from Graham.
Then Sean Wren.
Cockatoo Collins takes the ball on. He should be pinged. He is.
Stephen Green, belying his youth, not for the first time this season, found poise when all around in black and teal jumpers were frantic.
Another one. We will have a 4-point ball game on our hands. Thompson from 2 metres out now. He kicked the last goal.
Nathan Thompson and John Barker refused to wilt, kicking goals under the most intense pressure and from the most extraordinary places.
He's done it. He's kicked the miracle goal.
We were told he had some sort of migraine or a very bad headache. He's kicked an important goal already in this term.
It was a mighty performance to come from behind, away from home, against the odds in a final and triumph. That is the stuff that this team is made of. It's almost wrong to individualise, for this was the supreme team effort, and one which must act as the mightiest of spurs for next week, but more importantly, beyond.
It is a sensational win against all the odds.
It's a great effort by these guys. I'm just delighted. I thought we mucked around with the ball a little bit. We didn't use it as well as we would have liked, and I thought in the third quarter we're really under the pump by letting them slip back into the game. But terrific character to win that match.
What does one say as one reflects on Hawthorn's preliminary final performance against the reigning champions Essendon? Thrashed at their only meeting for the season, again written off by all and sundry. Do we look back at the 9-point loss and rue the one that got away? Or do we rejoice that this team almost toppled the biggest and best of them all?
And Nick Holland has kicked Hawthorn's second goal.
To Heffernan, it was called play on, must have been touched. Heffernan's kicking to the centre. Barnard keeping it in front with Graham. Vandenberg went for Barnard.
Probably a bit of both. What Hawthorn fans will wonder is this. What might have been had Trent Crode's booming drop punt been a foot to the left?
Bang! It's going and going and going! It's going! It's hit the post! Unbelievable finish!
Many Hawthorn fans will ask how those free kicks were paid against them early and what a difference they made.
And umpire Goldspink has awarded a free kick. It's going to the Bombers.
The Bombers respond when their captain's playing well. And here's that free kick. Looked a bit dubious to me. It looked in the side.
Many will wonder what might have been had John Barker not been hurt so early on in the game.
This is how he did his injury in the first half. And we're still not absolutely sure. Ankle area, it looks like down low.
Many won't be able to go past Crode in that kick. But in the end, they will come back to the heart of this team, the grit it displayed, and the chance that it was good enough to create for itself.
And Nick Holland, maybe the last kick of the game.
Bruce, great believer in momentum. I just can't help but feel if Crode's ball goes through the goals, they win by a goal or two.
Good point, Jared, as we watch Nick Holland go for goal, and he gets it. There's the siren, though. It's all over season 2001 for a gallant Hawthorn Football Club. They made a magnificent contest of this because at half-time they trailed by 6 goals, but they've gone down by 9. It was a magnificent finish. Essendon 11-10, 76. Hawthorn 9-13, 67.
2001 was good. What lies in store could indeed be great.
Feel your breath on So I wonder